Avery. Avery was just telling me just to be myself. Stay calm, stay poised, and like I said, just that mentality of approaching it like every other game. It's just what I wanted to do, and like I said, just come out with a lot of energy. But yeah, I had some teammates, definitely come up to me and just say, be yourself, be yourself.
It wasn't a whole lot different, was it? I mean, I talked to your parents. They seemed more nervous than you during the game. And Malik Allen told me before the game, he said, look, this is a perfect guy to step in there because he's so calm and cool. Nothing really affects him a whole lot.
Yeah, that's exactly how I wanted to be. When people talk about my game, I want people to say that I'm poised and I'm calm. I just kind of, just go with the flow of the game. And, that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to, try to do too much, get out of my comfort zone. The coaches, trust me, the teammates trust me. They have confidence in me to just be myself, be the player that I am. And but at the start of the game, I wanted to bring a lot of energy to both ends of the court. I think I mentioned that earlier, and just to try to make an impact in any way.
Did this feel more like a win that you were experiencing earlier this season, the way you guys were able to grind it out, and if so, how?
Most definitely. I think the way that we played throughout the entire game is the way that we want to play. I think we shared the ball well. We were together on both ends of the court. We made winning plays, and that's what we were doing towards the beginning of the season. I think we're getting back to that now. We're getting back to that, and this is a start for hopefully a great successful run starting up now.
Sometimes wins like this, correct me if I'm wrong, can be a little bit more satisfying considering Avery Bradley was out, Reggie Jackson and Tobias Harris struggled. You guys didn't shoot it all that well in the fourth, and yet you found a way. How can those be a little bit more meaningful to you?
Oh man, it can mean a lot. I think when just going back to those winning plays that I mentioned, whether that's Andre's offensive rebound, just hustling for a ball like that, getting an and one, getting some big stops on defense, some couple loose balls here and there, that really won us the game tonight. And hats off to Indiana. They're a great team. They're a hot team right now. They one of the top offenses in the league. And the way that we were able to just stay calm, stay together. It shows a lot about our group. And with our main guys, even Avery out, we know that what they bring to our team, and we look to them. We look to them. Thanks, Dre. Yeah, we look to them in moments like this, big games like this, and they really stayed calm, and it was fun to watch.
What's that mean to you when you got so many players? I saw so many guys after you made a nice play tap you on the back of the head. Coaches, Aaron Gray, congratulating you. What's that mean to you when these guys are fully behind you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. I mean, that's how our whole team is. With anybody. We're really together. From just the coaches, training staff, everybody's together, and it's fun to be a part of a group like that, and it allows you to just kind of be yourself, stay confident and just be yourself.
To relish the matchup with Lance Stevenson tonight, why?
I'm just going out there playing basketball. I think last time we played here, he really changed the tempo of the game by his aggressive play, and I really didn't want to give him any advantages. Obviously, he's a great player, good player. He's in the NBA. His job is to bring energy to the arena, especially here in Indiana, and I thought I had to take him out of the game immediately, so it wouldn't be no rally like they had last. Because last time we were up 20, they rallied back, really left a bad taste in our mouth. So
I saw you working on your pull-up jumpers and your threes prior to the game. You do that an awful lot, but especially tonight, you looked really smooth with your shot. What's been the difference lately for you?
I think tonight I was played to my strengths. Playing in the second unit was pretty interesting, and I got early good looks. And the first pull I walked into after somebody gambled, when you see the first one going, it's always pretty good.
What kind of a win is this for your club? It's different than last night. Okay, now you got a little bit of a mini run here going, but to gut it out after the struggles in the fourth quarter offensively tonight was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think for us the main thing is just keep everybody out. When we're up, we're up. When we're down, we're down. But we have to just stay and maintain our thing. We know what our goal is as a team. We know where we want to end at going into the playoffs, so just stay on that track and not really worry about a losing streak or a winning streak. You guys just be the same team every night. If we can do that, I think we're in good position to be dope.
What do you appreciate most about your bench? You guys outscored them 43-22 tonight.
Yeah, I think we came off the bench and we played the way we play. I said before, Anthony and Ish, playing with them is real easy. Ish gets in the paint, gives me driving lanes, and Anthony, every time I drive, he's open to kick to. So it's a pretty good combination. Also, with Eric playing as good as he did, Langston is playing out of his mind right now. Really, not out of his mind, playing like he knows how to play. It's really good to see that. And all of us working together like that, it's going to be hard for teams to keep up.
Stan said he noticed the other day after practice that you had a certain amount of energy and you played really well that day, and he said you told him that you actually just felt better that day. I guess when you were not playing well, was something going on maybe physically with you or something like that? Or
I'm nothing out of the norm. I just, obviously we were on the bench. You get time to reflect on what you do well and what you don't do well when you're playing. You're just trying to get through the night and have a successful night, getting a chance to watch it for a little bit. I just know I got to play to my strengths. So it's all I can worry about is what I can control. And when I'm out there, I got to obviously make my shots. And on defense, I got to do my best. So.
When I try to people ask me questions about you, I think back to your rookie year. And,
that's over now.
But you were involved in the offense, and now on the second unit, does it take you to give you more opportunity to at least get your hands?
Yeah, that's probably the main difference offensively was. Second unit it kind of runs a lot of my first year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so obviously you watched me play for 3 years now. Coming off a handoff to my right hand, I got a lot of stuff going for me. Coming out of the corner, coming under the handoff to my right hand, I got a lot of stuff going for me.
Quarter, your guys' ability to put this team away, pretty impressive. What did you like most about the way your team finally got it done defensively?
Well, I thought we fought through a lot at the end. They ran on a big run, and our guys just hung in there. They fought through their pressure, a lot of hold, grab, push, shove, frustrating not getting calls, just kept playing. And got some big stops down the stretch.
No Avery Bradley and Tobias Harris and Reggie Jackson combined for 5 for 25. That tells you you're getting contributions from other guys that maybe a lot of people didn't expect.
Yeah, look, Andre was big tonight. That last three-point play was just a monster play. Reggie Bullock was fantastic at both ends of the floor. Langston Galloway gives us another lift, and Stanley played well. So we got a lot of guys. Luke Kennard also played really well. So we had a lot of guys who played well. So a couple of our key guys did not on the second night of a back-to-back, and we were still able to win on the road and hold a great offensive team under 100 points. So really proud of our guys.
Yeah, really good team, man. That's a really good basketball team you just beat there. And your team won this game different than last night. How do you think overall you did it in general?
Yeah, I thought we did it by just grinding. We had some periods of great offense. But for the most part down the stretch, we just had to grind it out. And, that's going to happen a lot, particularly on the road and particularly on the second night of a back-to-back. So I was really proud of our guys.
Reggie Bullock, you started him on Oladipo. I figured you'd do that, but the thought process there.
We just thought he was the best matchup. It was interesting because last night, getting on the plane, Bob and I were talking, and our idea was, just like we did with Boston, we're just going to match Avery's minutes to Victor Oladipo's minutes. So whenever he was in the game, then we didn't have him. And I thought Reggie did a good job. But I also thought, Langston didn't have as many minutes against him, but Langston, who hasn't been a guy that we've really relied on to guard really good players, I thought had really good minutes with him. And other than the one late pull-up three, where Andre stayed back, I thought Andre did a really good job on his pick and rolls, taking that away. He had the one lapse late. Look, he was 5 for 12 from 3, and 2 of them were lapses by us. But they're about the only 2 we had. Into the first half, Reggie Bullock backed off and gave him the 3, and then the one that cut it to 4 or whatever it was, he hit the 3 or cut it to 3, and Andre wasn't up. But, 2 lapses over 48 minutes. I want 0, but 2 was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can play him a whole lot better than that. He's 8 for 22. He's going to get his points, right?
No, he's going to get some points, and he's above his average tonight, but he took a lot of shots to get them. So
it's probably a good example of plus-minus not telling the whole story. Stanley minus 11 on the floor, but he was pretty solid, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he was in there for the bad stretch. So, and maybe, look, Luke really helps our offense, and, we thought about going back there, but the last time here, that was a tough matchup with he and Lance. So I thought Stanley negated Lance pretty well.
Just with the plus minus, like you said, doesn't mean much, but Kennard plus 18. When he was in there, he fought.
He did, and he I thought he played Bogdanovich really well. Bogdanovich, a very good player, and Luke helps our offense, no question about that.
I know the answer I'm going to get to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. That's your 500th career win. That's pretty impressive. I know you're going to shake your head, but come on. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Number one, I mean, it's about this team coming off a 7-game losing streak and then going on the road in a back-to-back and winning both. And the other thing is I mean, it's just a number, and it's pretty trivial. So no big deal.
I know we've talked about this too, and possibly that win last night just to get the monkey off the back. But it seemed like they were even a little sharper, a little more energy. Do you think that win did a little something? Was it necessary? I know you.
Oh, look, I mean, you got to get one somewhere. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it was good, and you come in here with a little bit more confidence, feeling a little bit better about yourself. Back-to-backs are tough. Back-to-backs on the road against good teams really tough, and our guys hung in there.
Can grinded out wins be a little bit more satisfying? I know you'd like to be a little bit more comfortable, but to show the way your team fought.
I would have taken a 15-point win, but
you're up by 16 at one point.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I would have taken that, but look, I mean, I think to be good, and you see this even with a team as good as Golden State. I mean, you got to be able to win different ways, and some nights it's a little tougher. We hit a tough fourth quarter. You got to be able to just grind it out. So the fact that you can win with your offense going and then you can win with your defense grinding it out, I think is a good thing.
You mentioned Andre earlier, but again, 23-13. Talk about, he's been by far the most consistent season so far for you. I mean, no real ebbs, I guess, so far this year.
Well, a little bit. In the last couple of games of the losing streak, I thought his energy was down. And, just talked to him briefly, really, the day before the Atlanta game about, getting his energy up and stuff. And I think the difference is a maturity thing. And, that you can talk to him about that. He can take accountability. And the only way you can make changes is when you can take accountability. And, it wasn't like him rolling his eyes. He wasn't feeling like he was blamed. He was just able to take accountability and say, okay, then I'll bring more energy to the game.
So any thoughts of the last time you were here creep into your head when you were up by 22 last time?
I mean, no. I mean, look, you play so many games. I've coached so many games. I mean, here, there. I mean, look, every game is – I felt the same way last night. You get ahead and – you just don't mess with games in this day and age of the three-pointer. No lead ever feels safe to me.